So for the first experiment one, we're going to start introduce the objects used to measure. The first one is the glass rod. Okay, so this is our glass rod. The second object is a coin. You can use any coin, but I pick a coin of 50 cents. The third object is the ball bearing. Okay, this is just a normal ball bearing. The fourth object is a physics lab manual book. Okay. And for the measuring apparatus, we're gonna begin with a meter rule. So this is a standard half meter rule. Okay. The second measuring apparatus used is the vernier caliper, and the last measuring apparatus is the micrometer screw gauge. Before we start the measurement, so we're going to start check by the zero error on each of our measuring apparatus. So for the meter rule, there is no zero error present. And for the second measuring apparatus, which is the vernier caliper, we've avoided that there is no zero error as well. Just pull the screw closely tight and check for the zero error. So the zero scale for the vernier reading and the zero scale on the main readings are parallel, so there's no zero error present on our vernier caliper as well. And for our third measuring apparatus, which is a micrometer screw gauge, we're gonna screw the timber, close it tight, and screw these ratchets once, make it click once, and then check for the zero on the main reading and as well as the zero on the vernier reading. And it seems that there is no zero error present on our measuring apparatus. Start the first measurement of our glass rod. So in order to do that, we're going to put the glass rod in between the anvil and the spindle by lightly rotate the thimble and make it closely as tight as possible. Okay, don't make it too much pressure on the objects. And if you feel like the glass rod can be pulled out easily, then we can twist the ratchet once. Okay, so we're gonna start by seeing the readings on the main scales and the vernier scale. So it seems that for the main scale, the reading is around 5. So the main scale would be 5 millimeter. And for the vernier scale, we can see the lines that goes parallel in between the main scales and the vernier scale. It shows that these lines are intersects at 42. Okay, so 42. So the vernier scale would be 0.42. So add up between the main scales and the vernier scale gives us the actual readings of the glass rod is 5.42 millimeter. We can measure the second object is the ball bearing using the same micrometer screw gauge by placing the ball bearing in between the anvils and the spindle and rotates the timber as close as possible to our object. So as it gets tight enough, we're gonna click the ratchet once, just like that, and see the readings on our main scales and the vernier scales. For the main scales, it seems like the reading shows around 15, and there is another small line there, so it's around 16. So the main scale would be 16 millimeter. And for the vernier scale, we're going to see the lines that intersects between the main scales and vernier scales. It gives us around 41. So the vernier scale is 0.41. So the actual readings for the ball bearing would be 16 plus 0.41, which is a 16.41 millimeter. To measure the diameter of our 50 cents coin, we're going to place the coin in between the jaws of our vernier caliper. By doing that, we're going to screw the jaws as close as possible to the coin and take the reading. It seems that the main scale reading is around 2.70 centimeter. we're going to see the 0 on the vernier reading intersect to which lines on the main scale. So it gives 2.70 centimeter. And for the vernier reading, we're going to see the 2 lines that intersects between the vernier scale and the main scale. You can use the magnifying glass in order to see those 2 parallel lines. It seems that the lines that intersect is around 0.07 centimeter. Add up between the main scale, 2.70 centimeter, and the vernier scale, 0.07 centimeter. It gives you the actual reading for the diameter of the coin is 2.77 centimeter. The next object that we can measure is our lab book. So we can measure either the length of the book or the width of the book. So I'm going to pick the length of the book to be measured. So in order to do that, we're going to place the meter rule from the end of the book. And to avoid any parallax error that might be occurred during the experiment, we're going to use another tool. In this case, I'm going to use a standard ruler and place the book and the meter rule, make it parallel to one another, and take the readings of the length of book. So I'm going to again place the ruler and read the readings on the ruler. So it gives you around 24.9 centimeter. So the length of book is 24.9 centimeter. This is the first versions to take the measurements of the book. If says that your ruler is not starting from the 0 reading, you can use the second version. The second version that I'm going to show you is the reading of the initial is not starting from 0. So in this example, I'm going to show from the 3.0 centimeter. You can pick either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and any number. So I'm going to pick 3.0 centimeter this time. So we're going to place 3.0 centimeter and use again the ruler and make it parallel to our book. Okay, so do it carefully to avoid any parallax error. Okay, so the initial reading is 3.0 centimeter. And we're going to take the readings of the length of book by placing the ruler to the end of the book. So we're going to read the reading. It gives around 27.9. So 27.9 centimeter. So the actual readings of the length of our manual book is 27.9 centimeter minus with 3.0 centimeter, which is 24.9 centimeter.